Here's a question I get a lot of when it's remapping Toyota vehicles, particularly the Fortuner Hilux and the Innova, the new one. You have these two buttons called Eco Mode and Power Mode. So the question is, will remapping affect these two buttons, and what exactly do they do? Because most people actually have no idea what they do. They press it once or twice, oh, Eco, okay. Then the light comes on, that's nice green light that says that you're economically driving, and power mode, I'll press it, ooh, feels a little bit more powerful. So will remapping affect how these two operate? The easy answer is no, it doesn't. Because what all of you don't seem to realize is that these two things do not control the engine power. Despite what it may say, eco mode, power mode, this has absolutely nothing to do with how much power the engine makes. We can dyno it in eco mode, it'll produce the same power as power mode and in normal mode. And what almost all of you never do is actually read the manual. Comes with every car, find it in your glove box, and surprise, surprise, you will find the description of the eco drive mode and the power drive mode under automatic transmission. It's not in the engine section, it's in the transmission section. So what this simply means is this: when you hit eco mode, it controls the shift point of the car, meaning that it'll try to shift as early and as high as possible given any circumstance, because that's what gives you the most economical driving, the fastest possible speed at the lowest possible RPM. So that will only happen if you shift to 6th gear immediately, as low a speed as possible. And that's why it's called eco mode, because you want the less the RPMs are, that's the least amount of fuel your engine's consuming. And of course, you don't feel any power. As for the older people right now who actually still know how to use a manual, you try putting your car in 4th gear and starting it and actually driving it. It's not actually no power. There is no torque because the gear is already high. You need a lower gear to have the torque that you want. And conversely, what power mode does is when you press this button, it will shift at a higher RPM. So before, in eco mode, it'll shift like at 1.8, 1.9, maybe 2,000. At power mode, it will hold it a little bit more, 2.5, sometimes up to 3, depending on how deep you press the pedal. So it says so right here. Shifting is dependent upon acceleration and speed and gear selected. So if you're in drive mode, obviously it will select the gear for you by itself. If you put it in manual mode, well, obviously it will hold the RPM depending on how much you step it, and you can obviously plus minus it yourself. So this is what these two buttons mean. It has absolutely nothing to do with engine power, okay? It controls the transmission shift points. I hope that makes it pretty clear right now, because literally every single person who's asking about the remap on a Fortuner asks me these two things. So this is the video that explains it to you.